Why hello there people from the internet, and welcome back to some more Battlefield 6. We still got plenty of clips saved, so this will keep us going for the next month. It's just over about a month and a little bit before Battlefield 6 comes out, so we'll keep going, got plenty of clips, we'll keep that going. But today I want to talk about the shotgun, which I still think it's OP. Now there is an official message that this is going to get nerfed and it's not going to be as deadly as it was in the beta. But before we get into that, there's a couple of young squires here. I don't know, they were trying to build a fire or something. Hello, boys. There's no fire going on here. There's no camping up this mountain. No tenting. I'm busy LMGing stuff, proving a point here. So, yeah, no tenting today. So, getting back to the weapon itself, I know they're going to nerf the buckshot and the pellets, which I think it's fair. It shouldn't really be that deadly at medium to sort of long range. When I say medium, I say, I don't know, say 50 to 110, 20, 50 meters or whatever. That's a medium range. Like from that kind of distance that I'm shooting there, these shouldn't really be a problem with somebody versus, let's say, a carabine or an assault rifle or sniper rifle or anything like that. You shouldn't really be causing problems to anybody attacking or defending a flag or an objective or anything like that with the shotgun. Now, when it comes to slugs, which is why I'm using in this gun, that's always been sort of my go-to fun weapon to have a bit of fun with. I mean, if you go back to all the way to Battlefield Bad Company 2, it was the 870, you know, it was actually the NS 2000, I think it was Beast. I remember it had that little weird scope when you use slugs in it, like a little cross. And when you right click and you aim, you could literally snipe people across the map with that thing. It was just that good. And it got nerfed in the pellets and the sort of buckshot range, but not really with the slugs. I mean, yeah, you do have to be more accurate. You have to be sort of the sniper with it. That's kind of the draw or the drawback to it, because if you're not accurate with it, you're not going to do well with it. And by the time you get sort of two shots out, somebody who's got a PDW or SMG or an assault rifle that does like 30 damage or maybe shoots 800-900 bullets out a minute, then you're really not going to have that much of a chance against him. But still, I think it's one of the most OP things in the beta, and I don't think they're going to fix that. And when I mean that, I mean the loadout that I'm currently using. I don't think they've mentioned, or maybe I haven't seen it yet. Somebody, if you've seen something, please go ahead and post a comment or a link or something. But they've never mentioned anything about slugs, so I think that's going to be a viable strategy for you to play as assault, as recon, as engineer, whatever, if you still want to have a little bit of variety, because you're not going to have too much going on in the beginning. You know, you're still going to have a few bugs here and there, things that they're never going to get fixed in the first day or day one patch or whatever it's called these days. And I think the key word here would be variety and not really getting bored with things in the beginning, because you're not going to have that much. You know, I'm sort of worried about the maps, obviously, because there's only a handful of big maps. You're talking the map that I'm currently playing, you're talking about Mirak Valley, and you're talking about Operation Firestorm, which is, again, it's a large map. Yes, a Battlefield map. Mirak Valley, again, a big map. But Operation Firestorm technically isn't new. You've seen that. You've done that 100 times. You've played it. There's nowhere to go and hide from you anymore because you've been there 100 times. So technically, it's not really a new map. So kind of the worry is with the variety and things and weapons to use is because if you're stuck like me, I don't really play the smaller maps. I don't enjoy it, and I'm not going to waste my time playing those. So for me, it's going to be large maps, 2-3 tanks on each side, AAs, planes, jets, all that sort of choppers, little birds, all that flying around. That's what makes it fun for me. And I think it's what Battlefield drew me into the first place, you know, is that madness of it, and it's just nothing like it. And that's why I would be sticking to the big maps. Now, if I'm going to be in a rotation, my server browser thingy, if I'm going to be in a rotation for the same 3 maps, well, 2.5, let's call it, say Operation Firestorm, maybe they'll do something to it new. They'll do a couple of other things to it, but it's going to be about having something to keep you going, something to keep you busy while the first set of DLC or Season Pass comes out, because like I said, you're not going to have much. I mean, we're talking 3 shotguns in the early sort of days of the game once it launches. You're talking 3 snipers, 6 carabines, SMGs. I think there's about 6 of them as well. 8 actually, 8 SMGs, and you're also going to have 8 assault rifles. So really not that much choice. I mean, in a way, it kind of doesn't really matter. Everybody sort of figures out his main sort of weapon, that your go-to weapon. And for me, it was this. It's going to be the shotgun with a variety of scopes. I tested kind of different scopes, and I found that having one that's longer ranges, it's better for me personally. Maybe you'd do fine with something that's closer ranges, maybe 1x or 2x X or something like that. It's going to be the better suited for you. But the suppressor, I found the suppressor was key for this weapon in order for you not to show up on the minimaps. You know, Battlefield 6 has got that weird sort of thing that you look at something and it's already been spotted. You don't have to press, was it Q? I think it was Q. You have to press Q to spot somebody, and it's kind of weird. So that sort of negates a little bit that thing where you're not going to be spotted as easily, especially when you fire and things like that. So hopefully you'll give this weapon a try and see what you think of it. You'll have to let me know if you've used some weapons in the debate. What was your go-to weapon in the game? For me, it was this and the carabine, the M4. That was it. It kind of reminded me of Battlefield 3, M16A3, you know, the long barrel and all that. I kind of made it almost like that, so it reminded me of that, and I had a bit of fun with it. You'll just have to let me know some of the things you liked in the beta as a weapon to play, some of the things you didn't, and what was your go-to weapon and why? Why do you enjoy that on top of something else, and why not have, say, an M16 instead of an M4 or whatever, you know, something. But why not use an assault rifle instead of using the M4, just as an example. And before I let you go, there's a couple of young choirs again trying a tent. I think it's the same two dudes, maybe. No, they brought a friend trying to light that fire up. I think that was the problem. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. I will see you in the next one.